I have the 2024 GMC Yukon, and this is the top ultra luxurious, the Denali Ultimate. And of course, it's a four-wheel drive. It seats 7. It has tons of luxury features. And I'm a little critical of this one because I owned a 2017 GMC Yukon Denali XL. And we had the XL because I have 3 kids and we loved doing road trips. And we actually took it all the way to from here in Vancouver. And it was the perfect family of 5 road trip vehicle. Of course, it can tow as well, and this is the V8. You can get a Duramax diesel. Let me show you around. Denali is like the luxury trim of any GMC, and it's always going to get its own grill. So this GMC grill is unique to this Yukon Denali, and I think it looks amazing. We had a refresh a few years ago, or a redesign, where the front end got a complete overhaul and it looks really beefy and mean compared to the previous gen. And I love that. I think if you're gonna drive a giant 3-row SUV or full-size SUV like this, it should look a little tough and mean. And this one by all means does, but the Denali gives it a little more luxe. This is the titanium rush metallic color, and originally I thought it was black, but as you can see in this light, it looks a little bit blue, so it's a little bit kind of grayish blue. It's very unique looking. I like this color. It's different than just a straight black. Of course, we have giant Denali badging and GMC badging, and then this trim also gets the automatic power running boards, which I love on a big car like this. With the Denali Ultimate, we also have the 22-inch wheels. And of course, this giant boxy shape lends itself to lots of rear cargo space and rear headroom for your 3rd-row passengers. And then if you need even more room than this one, you can get this in an XL, which is what I was talking about. It's a little bit longer, which is the one I had for my family because we had strollers and kids and gear and road trips and a wheelchair and all kinds of stuff. So we needed that extra room back here behind the 3rd row. They've got the towing lights or towing mirrors back here. So that's what these boxes are. 60-40 split in the 3rd row, power folding. We do have the floor mat package. This is an additional option. We also have the advanced trailer tow on here with the trailer lines, advanced assistance for hooking up your trailer. All of that tech is in the front for hooking up, but this can tow up to 8,300 pounds. Let's go for a drive. This is the 6.2 liter Ecotec3 V8. You can get this in a diesel, but this is not that. This makes 420 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, and it is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. I think I already mentioned this, but it can tow up to 8,300 pounds. It is extremely comfortable, but is extremely big. And I think I mentioned we love taking our Yukon on road trips. So this is the perfect family road trip vehicle. I will say I never enjoyed maneuvering my Yukon around parking lots. And the same goes for this one. Yes, the backup camera is really nice and crisp and high res. And of course it has parking sensors and all of those things that you expect, but it is still a really big truck to maneuver in tight parking spaces. However, I will say doing pickup and drop off with the kids was always really easy with the Yukon because it's just so spacious in and out, and I did a lot of field trip driving when we had our Yukon, taking extra kids. We have a big steering wheel. On these big SUVs, I sometimes feel like the steering wheel is a little, I don't know, it feels a little masculine. We get adaptive cruise control on this side, and we have Super Cruise. This screen here and this screen here are for watching the driver. We can control our music here, and buttons on the back of the steering wheel. That's a GM thing. Fully digital gauge cluster and a huge head-up display. It's really hard to see on camera, but it is a massive head-up display. It's probably about this big in my vision, and so there's different elements to it that you can change and customize. So you want to see your speed as well as the speed limit sign. You can see different, right now I'm seeing off-road stuff on there with the different tilt and grade of the vehicle right now, so you can customize that. One of the things I don't love is this gear shift. You pull, it does have a really good high resolution backup camera, but I wish this screen was bigger. I wish this was either a vertical screen or just a bigger screen. I feel like it's a little bit small for this huge interior. I mean, this is a big vehicle. They could have made this screen bigger, I feel like. You can also turn on that camera anytime with a button over here. And I will say, in such a big vehicle, of course I'm sitting very close because I'm 5'1", but last week in the Expedition, we also had adjustable pedals, which is really good for short people, and we don't have that here in the Denali. We've got hard touch climate, which is always nice, dual zone, actually it's tri-zone because of course in the back we talked about that. And one of the things I love about some GM products, and I remember this from having my Yukon, is that you can turn on your heated seat or you can just heat the back of your seat. So if you don't want to heat your butt, you don't have to. And this is a really great feature if you have a little bit of a sore back or you just want some relief on your back. And then we have vented seats as well. More wood here, it looks really good. We have a wireless charger underneath there, a USB and a USB-C, and obviously this is wireless CarPlay, I should have mentioned. It's very nice and clear, it's nice and quick, it's very responsive. And then we have 2 cup holders in here as well, and this is kind of a cool feature. Obviously it's a huge, huge console and with lots of space, but it also is power moving. So your kids, your back passengers can use those cup holders, but also in addition to this being a console, now we get some more storage here. So I could put my handbag here or what have you. And there's a little drawer underneath as well. So it's kind of like a hidden drawer. And I think that's really cool, functional. It's neat that it's power. So it's kind of like almost a secret compartment in a way. But I would use it so that my rear passengers could use those cup holders and I would use that flat area for a handbag. So this detail is really beautiful. This is wood and in it is carved Denali and some latitude and longitude, and then some topography is carved into this wood here as well. We also have a premium Bose sound system in here with headrest speakers, which I love, and the topography carving or etching on the leather, and then the ultimate badging on the front seats as well. In the Denali, you're always going to get the captain's chairs, but you can get the Yukon with a bench here, which means it would seat 8. We have lots of room back here, nice flat flooring, pass-through, dual zone climate. We have USB-C and HDMI cables and heated seats. The HDMI cables are for the entertainment system. This is an option for other trims of the Yukon. Leather throughout and wood. We have a lot of cool wood accents. I can't wait to show you the front on the dash. The wood is pretty cool. This interior is called Umber and it is full grain leather. And if you can come in a little bit closer, you will see some topography detailing on these seats. I'm not a huge fan of the brown interiors. We just had it in the Expedition and now here in the Yukon. And this has a lot of contrasting. So we have some like dark gray and some white piping and brown. It's a lot. I mean, I think it's a little polarizing. You either love it or hate it. I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. Again, the boxy shape, I have lots of room. I am 5'1", so kids and smaller adults would be comfortable back here. USB-C chargers, a cup holder, and vents, which is important if you're gonna be sitting back here for long periods of time. We even have hooks, which is handy for when you're not using the third row, you could hook up cargo and stuff up there. 3 seats across. Let me see if we have latch. It does not appear we have latch in the third row for infant car seats, but we would have latch here in the second row. So the Yukon is not inexpensive, even in the 2-wheel drive base model form. It starts around 60,000 Canadian dollars and around 80,000 US dollars. Obviously the Denali and this Denali Ultimate have a lot of luxurious features, bringing that price way, way up. This one will set you back about 130,000 Canadian and 101,000 US dollars. So what do you think? Are you spending this much on a 3-row full-size SUV that can tow with all of its luxury? Or are you going with something European or maybe even Korean? Let me know what you think. Leave me a question or a comment, and we'll see you soon.